We got lost after dark on a rock face, and it was a 23-hour day before we got down, and it was below freezing and windy, and we were starting to get hypothermic, and I was scared for my life. Like I didn't know if I was going to freeze to death first or what, because I couldn't figure out how to get off. And we ended up climbing all the way back up the mountain and getting on top at about 1 a.m. and using the moonlight to figure out where we were and how to get back off of it. And yeah, so I spent a lot of time scared. My name is Dan Hobbs, and I am the co-founder. Wait a second. I'm supposed to look at you.
Yeah, just
all right. I was like, am I supposed to look at a camera?
Yeah,
okay. Revel is a luxury car sharing startup in Minneapolis. We're a way for people to access their dream cars for a much lower price than they could before. Revel was designed to be the most fun, most exciting, and easiest way to drive a vehicle. And on top of that, a vehicle that you may have only ever been able to dream about. I'm actually a rock climber, mountain climber. I hold some speed records in mountaineering and mountain climbing. I probably have learned more about business while climbing than anything else. The persistence, the difficulty, the motivation, especially when you're by yourself. Being an entrepreneur can be really lonely. It can be difficult. It always is difficult. And climbing just taught me how to stay self-motivated, how to persevere, keep the goal, even if it's a long ways out, just keep that goal ahead and go for it. My power move came in February of 2015. My previous company, Divi, had our product had basically stalled out. We were at a point where we knew we had to make a pivot. I was in a tough spot, and this was months in. I had funded the entire business out of my own bank account. It was just really tough to face that. I'd never really faced like a complete defeat on a product like that. I was just really burned out and I didn't know what to do. And so, like any rational entrepreneur, I booked a flight last minute to Turkey. And I rented a car and I drove around the desert in Turkey for 10 days by myself. My second day there was a snow-covered mountain. I drove into the valley the night before and I saw it, and I said, I gotta climb that mountain. It was raining and snowing the night I showed up. So I went to a hotel and I asked the guy there, showed him the mountain, and he didn't really speak much English. I don't speak any Turkish, so we were trying to go back and forth, and I got out of it, no, you can't climb that, it's too dangerous. And of course that made me want to climb it. So got up at 5 a.m. the next day and climbed that mountain. And that actually helped, because I got down from that and I was like, you know what, if I can do that, I can run a business. I made it up and down that and I didn't die. And so I came home from that and we started Revel about a week later. And so yeah, that was my power move, is I buckled back down, I didn't give in to the defeat, and I decided that the world needed Revel and I'm gonna give it to them.